Call of Duty, the movie.
God damn it.
Being produced with apparently the director of Sicario 2 to helm it. Now, the director of Sicario 2 is Stefano Sollima. I don't know if I pronounced that even kind of right. Stefano.
I've never heard of him, so I'm not going
to... Because he's done absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Sicario
Wonderful.
2 will be his first, kind of intro into the American audience. Besides that, he's only done short films in Italy.
Yeah.
And he's done a couple music videos, and he's directed a couple television shows. Sicario 2, if Sicario 2 is well received and well liked, Sicario 1 was great.
Yeah.
Now, if Sicario 2 is anything like 1, I could totally see him doing a Call of Duty game. Or Call of Duty movie. Now, Call of Duty as a movie franchise seems kind of a no-brainer, if you ask me.
The game's basically a fucking movie franchise anyway.
Yeah, I mean...
It's a 2 to 3 hour campaign where you do basic fucking, like, war movie shit. It makes perfect sense. That doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, Activision is the one who's been trying to get these movies off the ground.
Yeah, geez.
And
I'm already even more disinterested now.
I do feel like it is an absolute no-brainer. I don't know why this has taken so long with how many Call of Duties have come out, especially with the popularity of it.
Yeah.
Like, why haven't you decided to come out with a film and call it just Call of Duty and have a war film, spy, whatever? It seems stupid that they haven't done that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of... seeing it might be okay now, but what they're saying is there's no plot, but in an interview with The Guardian in 2017, it said that they are putting together a universe that will draw on the feel of different incarnations of the game, rather than porting existing plots, so we don't know which era of the Call of Duty film it will kind of be in. But it seems like a lot of people want it more to be around the Black Ops series, which... okay, I kind of see why. Black Ops seems to be the one that most people go to as like having the best story. Is the Black Ops franchise?
Well, you also got to think that World at War is technically the first in the Black Ops franchise.
Yeah, I know that.
So
because it's a Black Ops is kind of a spin-off of World at War, right?
Yeah, World at War, then Black Ops. Then Black Ops 2 and 3 and whatever.
And I think if I remember, I could be wrong, but didn't
COD Blops.
I thought that the Nolan brothers had some sort of area in writing part of the story for the Black Ops franchise. So, I mean, I could be wrong on that, but...
yeah, I don't know.
I'm not going to bother looking that up. I mean, if anyone really wants to fact check me on that, go ahead. I'm very disinterested in this film.
We'll accept it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very just disinterested in this franchise, the games, and altogether a movie. I mean, don't we get enough war films already, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you really have to think about, like, where those war films come from, too. A lot of it's funded by the American government.
What, the movies?
Yeah, a lot of the war films, they pay to have those made because it makes us look fucking great, at least in the eyes of our own citizens.
Maybe. I mean, like, you could have just called Hacksaw Ridge was done by Mel Gibson a while, and you could have just called that Call of Duty, even though it's about a pacifist. I mean, but it's gore and it's war, and what is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I you're right. They shit out one war movie per year, basically.
Like, you could have called, and Dunkirk is amazing, but you could have called Dunkirk Call of Duty. Like, I just don't understand, like, what differentiates, when I think of, hey, I want to start a movie franchise, I don't want to just fall in the rut of all these other films. I don't see where Call of Duty, besides its name alone,
is going to offer anything to the war movie franchise.
No, not unless you do something like their Black Ops 3, where it's like futuristic kind of. Maybe I could see that.
I don't even want them to do that.
No, I don't want them to do it in general. I just think that if you're going to do it, do something like that, or do the Infinite War storyline. Like, but here's the thing: most people don't like Infinite Warfare or what the hell was the? Oh no, Infinite Warfare was the one where they were in space. Advanced Warfare was the one where they had like Kevin Spacey's.
and jetpacks and shit.
Yeah. I think if you did something like that, maybe you could do something a little more interesting that you don't see every day. But if you're going to do Call of Duty, I mean, most people think Call of Duty is famous for its World War II setting.
Yeah, I think it's smart to go with like the Black Ops, storyline of the franchise. Because they touch on a lot of stuff that other games don't. They talk about secret government programs, and they talk about, secret missions and shit like that. Whereas you think about Modern Warfare, it's like, get the bad guy terrorist, and these are some cool reoccurring characters, and stuff like that. But it's not, doesn't really offer much. Whereas, like, the reason why I like World at War and Black Ops, specifically those two, is because they offer something in terms of story content that none of the other ones do.
Well, that's like with these movie games. Like, okay, let's be fair. Almost every, besides maybe 2 or 3, mostly every game movie is terrible. Assassin's Creed is a big fucking turd put onto screen.
And you love Michael Fassbender.
I love Michael Fassbender. He has not been doing anything good in the past, 2 years. Like, what the fuck, Michael? What are you doing, dude? But Assassin's Creed... Oh, and Marion Cotillard is in that movie, and I love her, too.
Yeah.
She hasn't done much either, and Jesus. Like, that's such a piece of shit movie. Warcraft was a piece of shit.
Warcraft did exceptionally well in China, though. That's not...
Yeah, but I don't think they're funding anything. But it's not a good movie.
No, it's not. But, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The Chinese market fucking loved the shit out of Warcraft. I can't tell you why.
I can tell you why. It's a lot of their massive corporations were partially funded a lot of Warcraft.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they were pumping Warcraft like nobody's business in China. Like, everybody knew about Warcraft, and they were promoting it like it was the greatest fucking thing in the world, and promoting it like Avatar was promoted around here. They promoted Warcraft like we promote Star Wars around here.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many corporations in China that had a stake in that film that they really were pumping it up. But like, for example, Assassin's Creed, Warcraft, what other movie game has come out recently?
I mean, dude, think about the original Super Mario Brothers movie.
Well, oof. Okay.
I love that for a very specific reason.
I'm talking about, though, when I bring up stuff like Assassin's Creed and Warcraft.
You're talking about, like, modern movie games.
Yeah, I'm just talking about any...
The new Tomb Raider movie.
Okay, yeah.
Kinda,
Okay, yeah. Tomb Raider at least is filling a void that doesn't really happen all that often with these, like, action adventure survival movies,
like explorer movies,
like an Indiana Jones type of movie. Those don't happen every year. If they do, they're not really well known. Maybe like a smaller indie film kind of will do it.
You got to think about that genre in general in terms of film. There's Indiana Jones, there's National Treasure, and then there's the Tomb Raider movies. And that's kind of it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I kind of think that I don't have a problem with somebody maybe doing an Uncharted franchise. Because it's a void that doesn't happen every other week in the movie genre. Mm-hmm. Unlike Call of Duty, just is a war film. Like, if you wanted to do Battlefield 1, the movie, well, there's not a lot of World War 1 movies.
I mean, I think to simplify what we're saying is there's nothing that Call of Duty can offer as a movie, really, that is going to set itself apart.
Exactly.
Unless it does
besides
something really
name
weird.
Alone. Yeah. Yes, unless it does something completely off the wall, which you'd have to do one of the advanced ones, or you'd have to do Black Ops. That's the only thing I could think you could do. That's just me. So count me as, if this was Rotten Potatoes, that'd have the big shit mark, like the big shit stain right at the top, because I just have no interest in this film.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
And look, Sicario 2 director may do a great job on Sicario 2. I hope he does, because Sicario was great. But then you're also handing it off to a guy who's now only had one good film.
Yeah.
At least that the American audience has seen. So, yeah, I'm completely not interested in that, and I hope that I'm not saying I hope that it doesn't happen, because
you're not shit-interested?
Yeah, wow. Nice pun there. But I'm not saying there's clearly an audience that might want to see this happen, but I am not one of that. I am not that audience.
Yeah, I'm not either.